there was a research center that got hit by a storm, and they lost a bunch of pythons, which is kind of hilarious. And also Nile crocodiles. There's Nile crocodiles in the Everglades now.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a breeding population, they think.
Wow.
They think they've already found several, and they have shoot-on-sight orders for Nile crocodiles.
Sure.
I've seen reports online, but unreliable. Guys saying, yeah, they took our cattle. They're stealing cows.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Like a 16-foot Nile crocodile stealing cattle.
It
That's what
could.
I was saying. It certainly could. But I don't know if they ever got to be that big. And I do know that 2 that they captured shared the same genetics. So they're from very close genetic line, so they think they were related.
This is the first number I could find about extinction.
Serious threat. Oh, come on.
100,000.
Endocrine disrupting pesticides like DDT. That kind of makes sense.
The other thing I read was more about hunting for leather
Okay.
and meat.
Yeah.
But it's up to 5 million now.
Oh, that's so crazy. 5 million. They say if there is a pond in Florida, there is likely an alligator in that pond. Likely. More likely than not. There's a giant reptile that's swimming around at the bottom of that thing and occasionally poking its eyeballs up and then dropping back down.
No.
There is now, because of the pythons, 90+% of all mammals in the Everglades are missing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Find out what the actual number is. I think it's higher than 90%. I think it might be 99%. Like the sightings and the accounts of animals and the record of animals, and when wildlife biologists go do a count and they try to like get an accurate assessment of like what the population numbers are, it's down in some preposterous number. And then snakes are everywhere. It's the number 1 place for Burmese pythons on Earth.
Yeah. Well,
is the Everglades.
Invasive species have such an advantage because no one knows how to deal with them.
Yeah. And these fuckers are huge.
Yeah.
And you see how they're eating alligators now, too?
Yes. I mean, that would make sense, but I'm sure plenty of them are getting eaten, too.
90% decline of animals in the area due to pythons.
Wow.
Nuts. Yeah, they're eating alligators. There's like a famous photograph of an alligator that's inside a python's body, and it burst.
Yeah,
so it burst out. Yeah.
Isn't that a caiman, though?
Do not know. Are there caimans in the Everglades?
No, I think just the picture I'm thinking of. No, there aren't. But there's a picture I'm thinking.
There might be actually caimans in the Everglades, even though they're South American.
Yeah,
Some asshole might have let them go.
I should have said that to me, not to you. The picture I was thinking of is a caiman that busted out of an anaconda.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure that happens too. I think this one is different. This is in the Everglades, and it's a python and a smaller alligator. I think it's like a, yeah.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh, no. That's the one I was thinking of.
There's a couple different ones, unless they're all the same.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch. There's one up top that's eating one. Look at that one. The one, the image. Oh, that's a alligator eating a python. So they eat each other. Depending on who's bigger.
Circle of life.
Yeah, depending on who's bigger. Jesus Christ. Just the idea that thing could swallow a fucking alligator is just so bizarre. Yeah, that's another animal that if it didn't exist, like a crocodile, if it didn't exist, you'd be like, "There's what are you talking about? Like there's a 50-foot giant reptile that's hiding in the water, and if you go out there, it eats you."
So I'm also a dinosaur nerd. And are you familiar with the updated Quetzalcoatl?
No.
So they found this trackway. Now we know that they were competent quadrupeds, but this trackway abruptly.
So Quetzalcoatl was a real thing?
The giant pterosaurs?
Quetzalcoatl is the Aztec god.